morning and welcome back to my channel and welcome to Tuesday Craft Day. Well, today we're going to be working on a Cricut project. We haven't done one in a while, and I do want to make a couple of Valentine cards. I don't do too many Valentines, but I will do one for Bob, my husband, and I also want to send one up north to my sister Phyllis, who's in an assisted living facility. And I think they all love to get mail. So I'm going to be making one today, and I'll make one again down the road a bit. The one I'm making today I'm going to be sending to Phyllis, so I hope will enjoy it. And what I'm going to try to do in the Cricut project is use my design space, Cricut Access, and pick out one of the cards that's already made, basically. And when you find those, there's hundreds of already made cards, so you don't even have to design your own in Cricut Design Space. And you have a choice. You can either press Make It, which means you'll make it exactly as the person who put the file in did, or you can press Customize, which allows you to make changes. I almost always do Customize, even if I don't know I'm going to make changes, because it gives me that option. So we're going to see how easy it is to use Cricut Design Space to make a card that somebody else did all the work for you. So I'm going to take you down to, I'll take you down to the desk, but I'm going to take you over to the computer and in Design Space. If you haven't already subscribed, this would be a perfect time to do that while we're getting over to Design Space. Just hit that subscribe button down below and the bell, and you'll be notified whenever we make new videos. And that's usually Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So give me a second. I'll get you to Design Space and we'll make a Valentine's card. See you in just a second. Okay, we're in Design Space, and I have found a card that I think I'm going to use. It's called Lattice Love Card. And this is a template that's in here, and I can make it exactly like it shows on the picture, or I can customize it. And I always customize it because I might want to add some words or something. So let me just see what we get here. And it should pop up in a second. Sometimes these things take a little time. Here you go. Okay, this one is going to cut an envelope as well as the card. So here's the card, and it's all one piece right now, but I'm going to go over to the right and say ungroup. So now this is going to come apart. Okay, I'm going to try something. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to have the Cricut right on the inside of the card, but I can't do it with the card like this because it would be backwards. So I'm going to highlight it and ask it to flip horizontally. Now you can see this is the front of the card, this is the inside of the card. So that's how I'm going to work it. Now let me just do some text and say Happy Valentine's Day. All right, and I need this to be a writing font. So I am going to see if I can change that and get something that's a little bolder. And over here in the filters, I'm going to write writing. So all of these fonts can be written fonts. And I just want something that's maybe a little heavier. Let's try this one. Let's see what it looks like. Well, that's not really much heavier, is it? Let's look again. Try this one. Yes. Haha. It's thinking about getting it. This is called Caveman Carvings. I don't think I want that one. Well, we'll go with this one. Let's get it a little smaller, but I'm going to unlock it so I can also make it wider. And I'm going to put it down here on the back and inside of this card. It's a little too big. Here we go. That looks good. Okay. I have, sorry, the phone was ringing. I have the Valentine's Day in here. I'm going to highlight it, hold down my shift key, and highlight the card. And I'm going over to the right and I'm going to say attach. So now if you look up at the top, it says the pen is going to do this part. And I think that's all I have to do, because this piece here actually goes down behind here. It'll be on the inside here. I could write something on that too. I don't know if I can. Let's just see if it'll let me. You happiness every day. Whoop. Day. All right, let's see if we can do this. See, this will be facing the inside of the card. Unlock it, and I can make it a little bit wider. Now let's see what happens if I do this one. Shift it and attach. Okay. So I think we've got this. Let's just see what it looks like if I put make it. And it's going to just take a couple of minutes to load this. Happy Valentine's Day. And then there's the other mat, wishing you happiness every day. This looks good. So I shall press continue. And it calls for pink and red. Here we go. Medium cardstock is what I'm going to use. So for the first one, I'm going to need to load my pen in the clamp A, and it's going to be edit tools because I don't have a stylus. I'm going to do okay. So now the first thing I'm going to do is put the stylus, so it'll make the score line in clamp A, but it says that it will stop and ask me to put the pen in a couple of minutes. So let me get the paper and I will be back at the machine. Okay, we finished that one. Now let's go on to the second sheet and see what it tells me I need. I need the scoring, just like the first one. The scoring stylus in clamp A, and it says the pen will be coming up. So I'm going to load my lighter purple paper, and be back in just a second. And this time I think what we'll do is I will be back when I have that cut out, and we will come over to the table. Well, as you can see, I'm not using the reds. I'm going to use purples. And I will go in and click cut. And that is the scoring stylus that is in there. So it's actually just going to score. Now it's pausing. And I need to take the stylus out and put the pen in. Be right back. Okay. Now let's see. It's writing. And once it has finished writing, it will cut out the card. And you can see the writing on there. I'm just cutting out all those little hearts. Okay, I'll bring you back when it's just about finished. All right, let's see what we've got here. I'm just going to pull this card away from the mat and see what we get. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? All right, let me just set this down and I'm going to put on the other mat. Back in a minute. Okay, this one is going to cut out the envelope and that little inside sheet. So I'll press my start Oh, I've got to put my scoring stylus in. Take out the pen. Put in the scoring stylus. All right, and I will okay, we're back at the desk, and let me show you. I made a couple of changes. On this little card I wrote, "Wishing you sprinkles of happiness every day." The machine wrote that. And I'm just going to, because when I cut this out, as you can see, it had some hearts in the middle of it. So I saved the hearts off of the mat, and I'm going to put them on here. And I also have some pretty butterflies. So what I've done so far is just fold this. These kind of cards are kind of hard to fold because the front of them is so fragile. But I have this folded. Now the next thing we need to do is to add this piece to the card. And it goes like this on the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting the glue on this card. And I'm just going to make a little bit along this edge here, along the edge here, okay, and then I'm going to do some of the middles, some of the lines in the middle, just to hold it tight to the card, where it's a straight line. I think you can see that. So now we'll just set this in there. And then from the outside, okay, so now I think I'll just put a few, these little hearts that I had from the cutout. And then I'm going to take let me see what color. Maybe pink, purple, green. And I'm just going to make a few sprinkles. I don't know if you can pick those up or not. See? Now you had to do those fairly lightly because those are alcohol markers and they would bleed right through the paper. I also have these pretty purple butterflies, and I'm going to look at seeing if I can put one of those on the front, because there isn't really anything on the front. I think I might use a couple of these little ones. Oh, one of those and one of these. There you go. Isn't that pretty? Alright, now we have to make the envelope. I have just started to crease where the score lines are. The Cricut score lines are not always that crisp to see well, but I think I can do those too. And then these here are just so that's going to go up like this. So I'm going to put my glue here. And here. And this should fit right inside. Perfect. So that's really, I think that came out nice. And you know, who says you have to just use red for Valentine's? I think any color is pretty, and I love purple. So there you go. A simple little Valentine's card that really the Cricut did a lot of the work for us. The only thing I worked on was getting the sentiments written on the card on the inside. So there's a Valentine's Day card, so we can get started on them. I don't make that many Valentine's cards, but it is nice to have one. I'll have one for Bob. And maybe send one to my sister who has moved up north. So until I see you again on Friday, I hope you give me a thumbs up on this video. I think you'll see a thumbs up right about here. And I will see you again on Friday, and I don't know yet what we'll do, but it'll be a surprise. And it'll be fun. Everybody stay safe. Wear your mask where appropriate. Keep your distance where appropriate. If you choose the vaccine and the booster, please do, and please get it. Stay safe. I'll see you Friday. Love ya. Bye-bye.